After that, we have Bruce Souto and Cristhian Torres. As I said at the beginning of the video, Cristhian Torres, the striker in the fight, 15 wins, 11 knockouts. 15 wins and 11 losses, but he has 9 knockout wins on his record. I believe 3 or 4 submissions, and only like 2 fights going all the way on his record, which is absolutely insane. Bruce Souto, most of his wins are coming by decision, but has really good wrestling and a really good submission skills. 3 submission wins, 3 knockout wins, and 7 decision wins. I think his main way of winning the fight would be to take the fight to the ground. In these striking games, Cristhian Torres is gonna have that advantage. You look at any of his fights inside the LFA, any of his fights inside of CFFC. I mean, he has some power in his hands. 9 knockout wins, 5 submission wins, and 1 decision win. 6 knockout losses, 4 submission losses, and 1 decision loss right there. So I think either way, Cristhian Torres will win the fight by knockout, or Bruce Souto will win the fight by submission, or go out there and win a 30-27 decision in the grappling and wrestling game in the fight. But I've been looking at some film from Bruce Souto. He's very good in the clinch with landing some really good elbows, especially the right elbow. He pulls out just a little bit, lands that right elbow, and then right after he lands that right elbow, he goes right for a double leg, gets it down, and gets that takedown super easily. I've seen him do it like 4 or 5 times in different fights that he's had inside of his career so far. So that is one of his main game plans. He likes to commit in most of his fights. He has really good trips to get you down. Really good wrestling, really good grappling, everything like that. So pretty decent ground and pound. I don't think he has the best ground and pound, but it doesn't really matter. He doesn't really need the best ground and pound because he has really good submissions and very good top control. If he gets it down, I don't think Cristhian Torres will be able to get back up on top, but Cristhian Torres does have a couple guillotines, does have a couple triangle choke submissions on his record so far. So that would be one thing for Bruce Souto to kind of be looking out for, because you don't want to get caught in the guillotine when you're dominating the fight like that. So he's definitely going to have to watch out for those submissions from the bottom from Cristhian Torres. And I think overall, Bruce Souto will either dominate the fight on the ground, get a submission in the first, or win the fight by decision in the grappling or wrestling-based game plan, or Cristhian Torres will keep the fight on the feet and win a KO TKO. It is pretty much that simple. One of those two things is going to happen in the fight, and considering Cristhian Torres, when he fights really good grapplers, he's mainly a striker, right? When he fights really good grapplers, he does pretty okay. But in this fight, he's fighting a very good guy that he's so good at tripping you down, getting you down, and keeping you there. So I think Bruce Souto would do exactly what he does in pretty much every single one of his fights. Getting a nice trip in the second round, get him down, ground and pound him, go for some submissions, and win the fight by 29-28 unanimous decision.